These are my top tips on how to shoot time lapses like an absolute boss. So number one, shoot in manual mode. And I can't stress this enough, this is super, super important. A lot of people, they just kind of want to be easy, put it in auto mode, but you just can't do that with time lapse. And the reason for that is you want all your photos to be consistent, because if they're sort of flickering in between with different exposures, it's just going to be really nasty to watch and it's really ugly as well. So yeah, you really want to control everything about your image, and by doing it in manual mode, you've got complete control. So yeah, always shoot manual. Secondly, you want to shoot in RAW, and this gives you a lot of freedom in post. So if you've messed up and you've put the wrong white balance on, or the exposure is a bit too dark, you can normally just save it in the post-production phase, because it kind of saves all this information to the RAW file. And there's been loads of times where I've had the wrong white balance or something's messed up, but I've managed to kind of save the image in post because I shot in RAW. Number three, plan your shot. And the best time lapses that I've ever created were the ones that I researched beforehand, and I had a clear vision of what I wanted before I kind of went there and did the time lapse. So yeah, use the internet to your advantage, research locations, kind of just check the weather, see what's out there. And number four is use manual lenses. So even though you're shooting in manual mode, a lot of kind of modern lenses, the iris or the aperture kind of like changes ever so slightly between the shots, and you'll still get a bit of flicker. But if you're using like manual lenses such as like a Samyang or something like that, then you're really like eliminating the kind of flicker that you'll be getting from an auto lens. Number five is bring some friends, and this is a bit of an odd one, but time lapses are super boring. You're waiting around doing nothing for hours. So if you've got some mates with you to help pass the time, it's just a great way to kind of spend an evening, and you get a cool little souvenir of a time lapse at the end of it. And yeah, all my mates have always been pretty stoked to kind of have this little time lapse of this like little memory.